Hang on a second here. Gotta clean my glasses. Now, we're going in a different, not a different direction, but things have to be done here. Now, I have Arthur's old quilt, which I am going to have to use as a liner because I haven't found a blanket. I don't know where all my like wool blankets and stuff I've been saving have gone. I have no idea. All right, let's put this on live chat. So here's what's happening today, folks. Okay, what we're doing today is I'm going to try and get Howie a quilt done for Christmas too. I'm going to do everything I can, but the ones that go under my tree are the ones that need to be done first. So Arthur's is up there. It's ready to be layered. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start cutting up for Howie's. If he doesn't get it for Christmas, he'll get it for his birthday, but I'm going to start cutting it up because this is the way it's going to work. All right. I'm going to cut up all the fabric I need for Howie's quilt. And then I'm going to tuck it over here in a bag. And then I'm going to lay Arthur's quilt out on the table and pin it together for tying. So whenever Howie comes home, he's going to see Arthur's quilt being tied on the table. But once that's starting to be tied and pinned together, I can push it out of the way that way and sew when Howie's not home. Does that make sense? Hey, hey, hey. Oh. Hey, Charles. How you doing today, sweetheart? Oh, I need a cup of tea. Come on. Leave that tea bag right in there. Hey, Hilltop Happenings. Okay, now, so this is I'm going to show you here. Whoops. Got to do this a bit differently. Okay, now, here is the fabric that I bought to go to Howie's, right? And we have this. And get out of there, Gracie. And we have this. And we have this. These are all plaids of different colors, but they all have one thing in common. They all have red in them. Okay? So this one is one from Penn that I didn't even open to look at, right? But look, this is going to be really nicely easy to cut. So let's start with the red, okay? And I also have a vest here somewhere, again from Penn, with burgundy and dark as well. But first we want to get the fabric cut up, right? Gracie. Wow. This is actually really thick. So, and there's a lot of it. Okay, this is where I can start here. Gracie, get out of there. Guys, you can't see her. What do you want? Now, if you want kisses, you come over to this side so you can be on camera. Don't start getting prissy with me and demanding. You want a hug and kiss, you got to come over here and get it. Okay? That's just the way it rolls. Okay, I think what I'm going to do... This is a lot of fabric. So what I'm going to do is... It's not that it's a lot, it's that it's heavy. And when I go to cut it, it's going to be really thick because it's wide. Okay, that's obviously been cut off before. So let's do this. Okay. See, because this edge has been cut before and it's not. Okay, you know what? Let's work with a smaller piece to start with. Okay? All right. Hey, Donna, how are you? Well, I'm making Edward's favorite supper for tonight, and I'm making a video. Can anybody tell me what Edward's favorite supper is? I'm going to go as straight as I possibly can. There we go. Because this is a lot of red. I could do a whole blanket just in the red, but we don't. We don't want that. Nope. Nah. You're close, Linda, but nope. Okay, now I'm going to fold this so it's more manageable. Gracie, if you want some hugs, you got to come over to this side of the table. Go around. Look at this, folks. Look at the face. No, you want hugs and scratches, you come over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Howie's squares a little bit bigger than Arthur's. Arthur's, I was working with less fabric. So, oh dear. Let me see if I can't fold this in 3. Gracie, if you want lovin's, come to the other side. When did you start well, you've always been a little camera shy, but what? You've already had 2 cans of food today. Already. Okay. Folded it in thirds. I may not be able to cut this. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this again, because this is too thick and too difficult for me to handle with this much fabric at one go, because it is pretty straight. Okay, now. Hey, Silent, how's it going? All right, now this is not as wide. I'm going to do his strips in 4 inches, and that we'll figure out then how big the square is going to be. But let's give this a straight cut across here. Let's fold this again. Okay. You guys still don't know? Hey, Grandma Gina. I am making butter chicken. That's Edward's favorite, butter chicken. At least that's what he seems to eat every time I see him. So let's do, I don't know. I kind of like the 3 inches. Let's do, I want to stick to something. Let's do 3.5. How about that? 3.5 inches. Whoops. Uh-oh. Well, fold it. See what I mean about wool? And this isn't even 100% wool. It's a wool blend. 3.5 inches. All right, Beth, come on. There we go. That's better. So I'm just basically cutting fabric today. That one had a fold line in it. Just 3.5 inches. Yes, it's going to be a video. Now listen, butter chicken is like a curry, okay? And I don't have time to make the sauce, so I just got Howie to pick me up some butter chicken sauce. It makes life a whole lot easier, and it can be a crock pot meal. You know what I mean? So, yes. Okay, let's fold this again a little bit. No, I haven't yet. I gotta wait till payday. for my kinesiology tapes. My knees are really, really bad right now. I may have to get a new blade, put on a new blade. So I'm going to cut some of this up, and then I'm going to cut some of the other one up, and I'm going to see how big our squares are, and then I know exactly what I want to do. Just to make sure. There we go. Birch. I got this stupid TikTok song stuck in my head. Forever young, I want to be forever young. I don't want to be forever young. I just want a body of someone younger, you know what I mean? Or the knees of someone younger. Okay. Did I get it all? Yes, I did. It's going to take some... There's only 2 in my house, so it will be plenty with some leftovers tomorrow. What are you making, Charles? Opening a pint of my canned chicken breast and turning it into chicken and gravy and making... There you go. There you go. Well, I have so many chicken breasts now that I kind of need to figure out new ways of making them, because I don't use chicken breasts for chicken and rice. I could, I suppose. God help me. Shoot. All right, let's just trim this one more time. And then make it straight again. This is when you need those bigger bladed rotary cutters. Because the fabric gets quite thick. All right. 3.5. Line it up. Oh. Now, because I have lots of red, obviously red is going to be the main color. Everything else is going to be Scheisenheimer. Get off of there. Okay. All right. So these are 3.5 inches. Give or take 1/8 of an inch for sloppy cutting. Okay, so let's put you over there for that now. And let's start with this round. Now this is a thinner fabric. So what I'm going to do, and it's long, so what I'm going to do here is that. Oh yeah, I could make this whole quilt, I think, out of these two. And maybe I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. All right, now, let's get this. I use the broth from home canned chicken. Just thicken it with a cornstarch slurry and then add chicken back to the gravy. Oh, there you go. Okay. Now this one I can fold again because it's not as thick. Or maybe it is too thick. Let's just, I know what I'll do. Okay. I need another one of these bigger bladed ones. Oh man, that did not go all the way through. All right, hang on. Yeah, there's pieces. There's shredded pieces here. There we go. All right, now let's open this and try and do this. Fold it in thirds instead of quarters. And that should be able, I should be able to cut it a little bit better. A little bit easier because it won't be as thick. Right? Now this is going to be the same design as Arthur's. Why? Because Howie liked it. And if Howie likes it, Howie can have it. But not Arthur's. Let's just cut this off of here. Son of a birch. It's the ruler that's not letting me cut. So I'm just going to go along the edge of the good cut. Like that. Sure this is thinner so I can cut it to the proper that's better. I can't fold it too thick or my blade won't go through it. The worst good news ever. She said McDonald's wants to hire her. She's 17. It'll be her first job. First job at 17? Absolutely. Work at McDonald's. Just don't eat the food. Okay. Let's trim you. Very tiny cut here. And that makes that almost exactly. Just cut these loose pieces off here. All right. Let's sew a couple of pieces together, eh? See what happens. Yes, I got blue thread on here, but that's okay. Let's just see. Okay. Patrons, I'll see you at 4 o'clock. I'm really sorry about yesterday. I spent the entire day doing Christmas cards and completely forgot that it was Monday. Okay, now we want to keep a good 1/8 of an inch. Sure. Oh, tell me. All right, you know what? Bobbin ran out. Okay, so I'm going to go get some more thread. Preferably red. Oof. Everybody say hi while I'm gone. And we'll do our shout out when I get back. And while I was cleaning my room, the Christmas tree is going in this week in the office, in the bedroom. But, here you. But, it's not getting decorated till the 29th, which is a Saturday, okay? And look what I found while I was cleaning my room. A whole bag of bobbins. And I bet you dollars to donuts. Yeah, there's a red one in there. Okay. I'm going to start putting these, I'm going to put these extra bobbins away. So that I don't lose them again. This came out from an auction that I got a whole bunch of stuff in one thing. All right. This is really old thread, but it's cotton. I think what I'm going to do is, there, let's just take some of that out. I have a little piece of fabric to go under this to make it sit up a little straighter. All right, now, whoops, did this wrong, didn't I? Okay, there we go. Through here and here. Where are my little scissors? They're here somewhere. I know they are. There they are. All right. Everybody say hi. Okay. Let's go up and say hello to, hey, Kimmy Blackrock. Aloha, Seashell. How are you doing, sweetheart? I know things haven't been great lately. So, you know, tell us when we get into Patreon. Charles, Frida, Gypsy Mama, Grandma Gina, Honey Dew. This is another 1-800 call of spam. And I'm going to shut my ringer off here. Not my ringer, but yeah. I'm putting the do not disturb on. I get hit with 1-800 spam calls daily. Okay, so that's shut off. Okay, Grandma Gina, Honeydew, J and B, Joe Mama. Hey, Kathy. Kathy Ponder and Kathy Acevado, Linda Bop, Living Simply, Journey, Phoebe, Shell Bell, 7D, Sherry Leach, Silent, Sue Ann Ballard, and Tina Elliott. I did 60 Christmas cards yesterday. Can you believe that? All right, now, let's thread this. Howie looked at Arthur's quilt and said, I like that. It's quite manly. I said, it's for Arthur. And he went, oh. So his is going to be brighter, but it's still going to be manly, yes, but I like it too. In there and in there. And now we go to, whoops. I have a whole basket of spools like this in my closet that I completely forgot about until I found this one, or the blue one, and then I started going, wait a minute, don't I have more? Okay. Shoot, there goes my bottom. And my hands are quite sore from yesterday. Okay, you get over here. All right, here's the red thread. If I can find the end. Come on. Where are, there you are. Okay, let's take this one out. And put this one in. Whoops, come on, you. There we go. And then this goes in like so until it snaps. We do this. We pull it out, and we are now threaded top and bottom with red thread. See, my hands are not doing what I want them to do today. All right, now let's see. I'm going to see if I can't do red, plaid, red, and then the other way. All right, we have this all, it's already lined up. Let's try this again. What's going on here? What is stuck? Now, why is that? Oh, man. Maybe it doesn't look like working with two different kinds of thread. Let's try that again, shall we? Hey, Stephanie. How's it going? Well, thank you. Oh, well, thank you, Silent. Now I gotta find where I dropped it. Okay. I'm sorry, folks. I should have been better organized. Okay, pop. Get in there. No, come on, down one more. Bring it up. Thank you. Now, let's just make sure you are at your proper... Son of a birch. Would that be a beach? Okay. Now, let's try this one more time. Because if this messes up, I'm going back to cutting fabric. Okay. Now. There we go. Okay. Now, let's just cut you off. Can you guys even see what I'm doing here? Okay. Put this aside. Whoops. Get another red one. Cut this little extra piece off here. My grandmother made me a gorgeous, all different shades of gray king-size quilt and matching pillowcases and shams before she passed a few years ago. She was 92 when she made it for me. Oh, God bless you. God bless your grandmother. Well, I hope I can do the same for Edward someday. But what a wonderful thing to keep in memory, eh? Tomorrow I will probably be sitting at the quilt frame. I've got to get Mikey's quilt done. Okay. Now let's straighten you out. Like that. Okay. Whoops. This might be a little too wide. Again. Oh, I see what's going on here. All right. I was wondering why you were stiff. Okay, and you need to go in here, like so. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, please tell me I didn't snip that fabric. Okay. All right. Oh, for God's sake, Bev. Okay. Now, this has to go like this. Why is this not going in the way it's supposed to? Oh, that's because it goes like this, right? I'm backwards today, man. I'm telling ya. I'm getting too old. I'm forgetting stuff. Even how to use my favorite sewing machine. Okay. All right. Forever young. I want to be forever young. That's my joint singing, by the way, not me. Young means you still have to learn. And I got lots to learn still. But if I have to give up what I've learned to get to this point, to be young, I wouldn't do it in a heartbeat. There we go. All righty. Now. Oh, come on. Stop being a doofus. There we go. Okay. So, let's see how wide these strips are going to be. This is 9 inches, right on the nose. Excellent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's move you up a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because we take a 1/2 inch off. Right now, what we're going to do I have about 3 seam rippers and I can't find them. So now we're going to take this and 2 of these. So let's just cut this to fit here. Cut this through here. I know. Well, it's the red stripe in this, eh? So I don't know if I'm going to have enough of it to do a whole quilt, but I am certainly going to add more of other. Okay. All the way down like so. Okay. And then the brown on the other side, the brown and the green with the red stripe on the other side. I thought I had more of this brown green, but I don't. So we are going to be using all the other plaids. This was cut at an odd angle, so this is just going to have to go like this. Because there's a little bit of extra brown on there. As long as it comes out at 9 inches wide, we're good, right? Well, that one's a little bit shy. It's more like 8.5. Damn. What did I do here? Well, like Arthur's, because I'm winging it, we're just going to make everything work, aren't we? Oh, I don't think that one's gonna. Ooh, it might. So we're going to do it like Arthur's, only we're going to be doing them like solids and plaids and plaids and solids. So take care, Freaky. Hey, Dave. Press it open. I can't really press it open because a lot of this fabric has polyester in it. And all right, you can go sit up there and we're gonna, all right, I'm gonna continue to cut more fabric. You can go over here for scraps, go down there. Why is this? What's going on here? The hell? How did I get two things of fabric coming out here? Oh, this is a straight piece. Okay. And you need to go back over here. All right, now. Now this one is definitely got to be cut up here. How many inches is this? It's got to be at least, okay, it is. All right. All right, now, 3.5 inches. So straighten this like so. And I'm not going to get 2 out of this. It's the problem when you're working with a bigger cut. 1, 2, 3. That's 4.5. We want 3.5. I won't throw these out because they are scraps I may be able to use next time. See? See? Okay. All right, brown strips are there. Okay. 70s sewing machines are the bomb. They're the ones that, you know, nothing plastic or even more electronic can do as good as one of these old jobbies. 1, 2, 3.5. Okay. You go over there. So this is what I'm going to be doing for a bit. I'm going to cut Howie's fabric and then hide it. And then I'm going to lay out Arthur's on the table and see if we can't get his quilt done on the table. It'll be hiding the fact that I've got another project on the go. You know what I mean? Shit. Okay, I am doing 3.5 strips. Isn't that what I did with Arthur? Three and a half inches? Yeah. Oh, his was 3. Right. Arthur's was 3. Cut this off straight. These cutting mats and rulers help you line things up so that you get a good exact cut. See, I may be able to put these scraps together and get another set out of them. Grab the boxes from the attic. Wait a minute. Happiness is automatic. There's music in the air. Grab the boxes from the attic and haul them down the stairs. Freezing weather's round the corner and everybody knows. Is that all the blue I have? Soon the trees will be all lit up and sparkling as they go. No, I have more. Today's anything but the same old thing. I can almost hear those sleigh bells ring, singing all them happy songs while the little ones all dance along. Take a real quick look around and suddenly I see. I've actually seen treadle machines to be given away because people, they're the same as any other Singer sewing machine. You just have to make sure you have a belt. And I would love a treadle sewing machine. I really would. But where would I put it? Today's anything but the same old thing. I can almost hear those sleigh bells ring. That might have, no, it's not quite it. Singing all those happy songs while the little ones all dance along. Take a real quick look around and suddenly I see. It's not even Christmas yet. I got all the gifts I need. Briar texted me. He's downtown in Ottawa, and he's going to Chapters, the bookstore. And he said, and it's been so long since I bought any books, honestly. And he said, is there any books you want, Mom? And I said, well, let me think about it. And then I realized I wanted the C.S. Lewis Narnia box set for reading on my reading channel. What do you think about that? Okay. Scrap this. Oh, no, that was 4.5 inches, wasn't it? Beverly, Beverly, Beverly. Pay attention to what you're doing instead of talking. Okay. All righty. Now we have this, you see? And look. Won't that be beautiful? Doesn't that look rich? Doesn't that look rich? So let's get some more of this done, and then I'll know how many of the contrasting ones I have. Yeah, well, I think what I would like is, okay, let's roll this up and then just cut it across. It's one of my favorites. I read them when I was 16. They're supposed to be for children, but in reality, anybody can get what they need out of that series of books. You know what I mean? All right, Sue Ann, you take care, sweetheart. I'm sorry if I'm missing questions. Well, now, Charles, got to be careful. Because if we hold on to things just for sentimental reasons, we could become hoarders really quick. That's why every once in a while, I purge. Okay, 3.5 on the straight. Standing round in plaid pajamas with slippers on our feet. Mama takes that photograph while we all talk through our teeth. Cookies baking in the oven shaped like tiny trees. Okay, hang on a second. Making memories. All right. Now I'm just going to sew up a couple of these blocks just to see how they look. Now I have lots of the red and burgundy. I have a decent amount of the brown, which you saw me do. Now, it's called All the Gifts I Need by I think it's J.D. McPherson. It's got all the gifts, and it has a John Candy song feel to that song. So I think that's one of the reasons I love it. Okay, now. Shaped like tiny trees. I'm going to have to light a fire soon. What time is it? In Eastern Daylight Time, folks. Oh, don't you dare tangle on me. Don't you dare. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. $2.49. Okay. I've got $3.49. Oh, wait, my clocks haven't been turned back. Okay. Hey, Sue, how's it going? So I have time now. Today's anything but the same old thing. I can almost hear those sleigh bells ring, singing all those happy songs while the little ones all dancing on. Take a real quick look around and suddenly I see it ain't even Christmas yet. I got all the things I need. Somebody's hanging mistletoe, gonna go in for a little kiss. I can already check love off my list. I don't know the whole song, but I'm getting there. Oh, don't you dare. I got all the gifts I need. And that's my song for you folks. Because we can already cross love off our list, can't we? Now let's have a look. Oh. Hey! This one's for Howie, if I can get it done in time. Flatten it out. Whoops. Yep. I can already cross love off my list. Okay, let's straighten this out a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops, dropped it. Take a real quick look around. See, red's going to be in every block. So it's going to be primarily red. But then we can do, you see, like this. I think that's going to work. All right, I'm going to cut the last of that block. And then I'm going to hide it. I'm going to cut some more fabric up. Not going to do any more sewing together. It's not even Christmas yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I got all the gifts I need. Briar says, you're really hard to buy for, Mom. I said, no, I'm not. I got everything I need. That's the problem, is I don't need useless stuff. Now, ouch, my head. Let's see if you're going to be 9 inches on the short end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, it's just going to make it. Somebody's hanging mistletoe, looking for a little kiss. I can already cross love off my list. All right, so I'm going to make piles. And then the next one I do with this, it'll be burgundy on the outsides and red in the middle. So that I always have something going on like this. Well, and then you go like this, and then you do one there. All righty. Okay. Brown. All right. Oh, put them up there. I can already cross love off my list. Move the ruler. Uh-oh, there goes my ruler. Okay. There goes my mouse. I can already cross love off my list. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything here, folks. Okay, there's my mouse. Okay. We'll share them in Messenger in messages. Or better yet, if you're a patron, you could post pictures in Patreon. At least I think you can. I got to go get my ruler. And then I'm going to put all this stuff away and I'm going to lay Arthur's out on the table. Oh! Actually, I don't want to lay it out on the table until I have the fabric all cut. Oh. Okay, let's fold this up so it doesn't wrinkle. And it can be put away quick. All right, do some more cutting there. Oh. Okay. Oh! I have an Our Half Acre Homestead Facebook page. Make sure this is nice and even. All right. 3.5. Organize these just a little bit better. There we go. There's the reds. There's some more blue. Here's the browns. Let's just... You getting comfy, Greasy? Here's the browns. I want to keep them organized so that I can just tuck them on my chair over here and just move them when it's time to do Arthur's. But I don't want to move Arthur's quilt to do more cutting. So I'm going to do as much cutting as I can today. Go. Three and a half. Okay, there we go. So this is what I'm doing. I am just cutting today. Hey, firefighter! Wow, that's going to take you some time. Don't burn out. And it can happen. Burnout on quilting can happen. Howie likes it because it's manly. And I say, it's manly, yes, but I like it too. All right. Nice and straight. I paid $50 for this piece of cloth, folks. $50 because it's not wool, it's a wool blend. And I prefer wool blends because then they don't shrink like crazy. I'm going to see if I got a bin or something that I can put these pieces in. Go. Silver bells, the corner Santa Claus. Silver bells is busy now because it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, it fills the winter air. Hear them ring, you'll hear it everywhere. Soon it will be Christmas Day. I'm sorry, folks. My Halloween and Thanksgiving is over. Howie and I have not watched our first Christmas movie yet, but we'll get there. Yes, indeedy. Now, if these squares are roughly 9 by 9, Oh, these are amazing. These are amazing. The blades are not cheap, but the truth is it makes cutting so much easier. All right. Let's cut another piece of red, I think. That's a scrap. I can already cross love off my list. Take a real quick look around and suddenly I see it's not even Christmas yet. I got all the gifts I need. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. No, it doesn't mean dull and boring. It's quite the opposite. Okay, let's trim that end. Three and a half. Line you up right there. This is what they call strip quilting. Well, they're going on Howie's bed. And then I got to start working on Alex's quilt. I got to finish Mikey's, finish Arthur's. So we're going to have one for sewing, one on the table for tying, and then one on the frame for quilting. So I'm going to be a busy beaver these next couple of weeks. Busy beaver. And yes, tonight's butter chicken is a video. It's really easy. It's basically a dump meal. You dump it all in the crock pot. Alrighty. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. All right. See, this is all the blue ones we got, so we're going to have to stagger them pretty randomly to the best of my ability. Tinker toy, da 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 da. I can see me walk on Christmas morning, creeping down the stairs. I know, da 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 da. Oh, to my surprise to see a hippo hero standing there. Is he? Well, how, you know, when I sing about the hippopotamus for Christmas, do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of the Canadian house hippo that lives in your closet, builds nests out of lint, dryer lint and old yarn, and its favorite food is crumbs from toasted peanut butter. Yeah, it's not real, but you know what? It's something I just think would be amazing. I mean, we're getting mini cows and stuff. Why can't we have a house hippo? I can see me there on Christmas morning, creeping down the stairs. When I open up my eyes, there's a much to my surprise. There's a hippo hero standing there. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. No, you're a scrap. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows like a light bulb. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. I want a donkey. But it would not be good with my neighbors. I'm just going to cut it right across this line here. Almost done cutting through the brown. I have another one that Penn sent me. That's a vest. And I'm going to take the buttons off it. Save them buttons. Alrighty. 3 1/2 inches. All the way across. Yeah. It's a marshmallow world in the winter when the snow comes to cover the ground. It's a whipped cream day. Wait. It's a whipped cream day. I wait for it the whole year round. Okay. Don't worry, folks. We'll be putting up the tree on the 29th, the office tree. They told me pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Oh, this is how much of the plaid's left. The plaid red. A newborn king to see. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Oh, cool. Our finest gifts we bring. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. To lay before the king. Ba-rum-pa-pum-pum. Rum-pa-pum-pum. Rum-pa-pum-pum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. So to honor him, I got all the. It's been a while. I got all the things mixed up. Oh, Journey! Do you know what? Mary Jane she's still in the hospital, but she's bedridden, and she doesn't put up a tree. So you know what? And she doesn't watch my videos, so I can tell you this. I sent her a Christmas card with a Christmas tree on it. And I told her, now just stand that up on your bedside table and you got your Christmas tree. Pum-rum-pa-pum-pum. On my drum, I have no gift to bring. Pum-rum-pa-pum-pum. That's fit to give a king. Pum-rum-pa-pum-pum. Okay, I'll remember the words another time. Oh, Joe, get a small one then. Go to Dollar Tree or Dollarama or something and get a smaller one. Remember the tree in the box? Who has not heard of the story of my dad and the tree in a box? Put up your hand if you've not heard that story. And I will share it with you. Baby Jesus, pum-pum-pum-pum. am a poor boy too, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. I have no gift to bring, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, that's fit to give a king, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. Shall I play for you, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, on my drum? Mary nodded, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. The ox and ass kept time, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. I played my drum for him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. I played my best for him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. And he smiled at me. That line always gets me. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, me and my drum. Okay, the tree in a box. Before there was a Dollarama, my dad wouldn't put up a Christmas tree. Too much work. I almost cut that too big. Too much work. And if anybody was going up, then they would put up a Christmas tree to visit if anybody was going up. And I said, but Dad, you got to have something. He says, I got my Christmas cards. Now, my father was the first Christmas card you got every year. And I have to wait until almost the end of the month to mail mine for the simple reason is my best friend Geraldine and I, we always, would compete to be the first Christmas card on December 1st. Anyway, Wendy and I were Christmas shopping in Zellers, and I saw this little 2-foot tree. And I looked at Wendy, I said, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And she said, Dad, a Christmas tree for Dad. So we took it back to Wendy's, and we had bought a bunch of little decorations and lights and everything. We took it back to Wendy's, and we were baking Christmas cookies. So we decorated that little tree. And then, when I got it home, I put it in a dehumidifier box. Because it would just fit in this tall dehumidifier box. And then we went up to Dad's, and I had got him his cotton hankies and, stuff like that for under the tree. He liked cotton hankies. He would use paper towel, but to him that was a waste, right? So we got him, socks and shortbread cookies in a package, all this stuff. We wrapped it up. Then we went up to visit, and I brought in the box. Howie brought in the box, and Dad says, "What's that?" Oops, I'm making a mess here. What is going on? So Dad says, "What's that?" And I pulled out his Christmas tree, and I put it on the table beside his chair, and I plugged it in. And he went, "Now that's the most sensible Christmas tree I've ever seen. It's a tree in a box." So every year after that, Dad, whether the company was coming and putting up a tree or not, the first thing Dad would do when he mailed out his Christmas cards is he would go down the basement and get the dehumidifier box and pull out his Christmas tree, his tree in a box. And when Dad passed away, my brother Billy asked for it, because my brother Billy and his family spent a lot of Christmases at my dad's. And my kids never did get a Christmas with Granddad. We were planning on it. But he died in November, so I was not happy about that. I went outside and raged and cried and yelled at God, saying, "You're going to give me one Christmas." And God, in his infinite wisdom, said, "You've had plenty of Christmases, Bev. You just didn't utilize them." So that was a rough year. My dad dying so close to Christmas. November 10th, 2000. We're almost done. This is the last of this. So, you don't have to have everything in order to have a little bit of Christmas tree. Go to the Dollar Tree or dollar store, get yourself a little 3-foot or 2-foot tree, get the decorations, spend $20. Like really, go on a spending spree. Spend $20 and decorate a little tree and put it by your TV or something. All right, this is all of the red and green plaid. This is all the blue. I gotta cut. This is what's left of the brown, so we're gonna finish that today too. Hey, freaky geek! You've wanted what? Vintage aluminum trees from the 60s and 70s. Oh, God. No, thank you. I could... My mother loved Scotch pines with the long needles. She loved the smell. I didn't like them because... And I liked spruce trees. But we rarely had a spruce tree. What I found out that I really like is not spruce trees at all. It's balsams. And the balsam tree I get is Fraser fir. They're bloody expensive. I paid $70 for my Fraser fir last year. And I'll tell you something, I'm getting it. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Okay. Hey, Mary, how are you? Where you been? I have a bunch of ceramic ones that are big from Walmart with lights. I used to have a couple of them. Things, you know, I used to have all kinds of... There was a time one year that I put a tree in every room of the house, including the bathroom. I had a little battery-operated light-up one on the back of the toilet. And my kids tell me I burned them out on Christmas. Oh, I better turn that off or it's going to get hot. Oh, my goodness. Oldest moved home with 2 crazy kitties. This year won't be putting anything breakable on the tree. Put it in a playpen. Or yeah, just don't do, you know, don't do breakable, that's all. Last year we put the tree up and the lights, and then we waited for the kids to come home on the 20th to decorate it. Edward got bored pretty quick, so my tree was like decorated up one section. And that was it. And you know what? It was perfect. So Howie has said, are the kids going to be home before Christmas? And I said, well, I would hope so. We're planning on the 20th, which is a Saturday. Why? And he said, oh, that Festival of Lights. It's kind of a Festival of Lights in Ottawa. What they do, we did it with Mom one year. Remember we took Nan one year? There's a place where you pay by the carload, and you drive through like a 1 mile or 2 kilometer course where there's big light displays, and you do it at night. So Howie said, I'm going to buy that. He said, if the kids are home, great. If they're not, we'll take Gracie. Howie, now that I've backed off of being overly Christmas, My kids are and Howie are more into it than I, because I burned everybody out. I did for years. So hopefully they can get here, we can open presents, and we can go to the light display, and then Arthur and Briar and Edward all go back to Briar's house. Wow, that's perfect. Back to Briar's house where they'll stay, and that will be our Christmas day. Look at that. Oh. Oh, the rheumatoid arthritis that's in here is now starting in the base of this finger. Started in the base of my thumb, and now it's going here. And I don't like Jason Momoa. I used to. But I read a few Epstein Island things I don't want to ever think about again. And I saw him on video groping a flat-chested, she looked like she was about 13. She pushed his hand. It was like they were taking a group picture, and he had his arm around people, and his hand would slip down to her breast. And she pushed him away. He did it twice. And after that, I was like, you pig. Nope, sorry, Jason. You are not my favorite anymore. So, it's one thing to be accused of going to Epstein Island. It's another to see video evidence of someone being a creeper. I think this is the last of the brown too, isn't it? So then we'll be cutting red. And then, is it 20 after 3? I've got my Patreon's live stream at 4. And I got to do some dishes before that. Look at that. All right, the only thing left to cut now is the red. Yep. Okay, let's get some more red. I got a few more minutes to spend. $3.24, okay. Well, if you're a patron, know that it'll be 4 o'clock, quarter after, somewhere around there. But I'm sorry you missed it yesterday. I'm sorry. I just was I sat in my room all day doing Christmas cards. Oh! God, I'm going to need new knee tape soon. Look. I hope you can see that. Oh, shit. Okay, they fell. Dang it. All right, now I have another piece of red here. Now you know what I mean by when I have these all cut up, I can clear the table and lay out Arthur's layers. And all right, okay. I'm going to try and do this as tidy and as straight as possible. Like I said, that red could be a whole quilt in itself. Have you ever tried the flowers from Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm not sure. Can I grow them here in Canada? All right, let's do this way. Let's fold it this way. There, it's not as thick now. Oh, I can smell supper cooking. Now, I have to have a lot more red than the rest of them. So, that's kind of why I'm leaving it to cut to last, so I know exactly where I am with things. And then I could just put these all in a box. Oh, frig-a-day. I can put these all in a box. And put these all in a box and then just pull them out as I need them. One day you'll see me sitting behind the table tying Arthur's quilt. One day you'll see me sitting at the quilt frame working on Mikey's quilt. And one day when Arthur's is done, I'll start doing Howie's, but I'll be folding it up when he ain't here, obviously. He's been kind of pouting a little bit at the amount of quilts I've been making and not making one for him, you know. He'll get it. This almost feels like fleece, but it says it's a wool blend. Okay, I have to make a second pile for the red. Now, as soon as I've cut this piece, I'm going to have to go because I have dishes to do and I have a live stream with Patreon to do. Don't rush when you're measuring and cutting. Measure twice, cut once. Just like in carpentry. But I can already cross off my list. Ooh. I'll be home for Christmas. My Uncle Paul said he wrote that song. And someone said it's possible because, you know, he wrote it. He said he wrote it in a Christmas card home. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents. Do you still get sick all these years after having gastric bypass? Yeah, sometimes if I eat too fast, rice is my worst one. If I eat it too fast, and then I go, oh, I ate too much, and I try and wash it down, I will throw up quicker than a jackrabbit on a date. I have to be really careful about how fast I eat food. Period, full stop. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. And my Uncle Paul, God rest his tortured, alcoholic, pedophile soul, was a veteran of the Japanese camps. Charles, holding my weight well through, though I bounced between 170 and 180. Wow. I've put on about 15 pounds. I was down, and then I just weighed myself and went, okay, Halloween caught up with me. Okay, folks, this is it for today. But I'm going to see if I can't find something to put these in an organized way so that they don't all get tangled up and mixed up and stuff. So give me a minute to find. Let me think. I think I know what I can use. Oh! Oh! Oof. Oh, yeah. That butter chicken looks good. I can turn it down now. Okay. Smells good. All right. So, I'm going to put these all in here. Okay. Howie doesn't pay attention to stuff like this. And here's one for the red. See, now they can be tucked down here where Howard's not going to see them. And when I'm finished cutting all the red, I may save some of that red for another quilt for me. Now listen, folks, I love you. I do. I really do. And I pray for you every night. I go to sleep at night thanking God for all my blessings. And you guys are a major part of my blessings. Even the Bic factory is a part of my blessings because they taught me how to walk away from negativity. This is Mrs. Wolfe from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, see you tomorrow. Not sure what we're going to do, but we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Poke, poke, poke.